Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have 6 downright terrifying true short horror stories. You ready for some spookies?
Sure.
Like, it's late already. I ain't got time for those. But with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. You want to first support? Hey, go check out the links to the other channels, man, in the comment section. In the description down below. But also, if you enjoyed today's video,
lock it in with a thumbs up.
We always appreciate it, man. But hey, y'all know we on the road to 200K. We can only get there with you.
Most definitely.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's get it, y'all.
I've gone on outdoor runs ever since I can remember. It was around 6 p.m. one night in the summer. I just finished eating a light dinner and, as usual, decided to go on a run. I always run the same path, neighborhood sidewalks for about a half mile, then pass a gate into the forest where I run another 2 miles. Now, the forest I ran in has 2 separate paths, one paved and one not. The unpaved one is more scenic, so I'll usually take it on the way in. I'll then take the paved path when I turn around and start heading back. The paths into the forest are a bit hidden. I don't think many people know about them, so they're usually not that busy. It's actually kind of rare for me to see another person on my run. But of course, every once in a while, I'll meet some people walking their dog or something. But other than that, I'm pretty much alone. Well, at least I thought I was. I'd been running in the forest for a while now, when I heard a notification coming from my phone. It wasn't a text message, rather an airdrop notification. I could tell from the sound. I panicked. Clearly someone had to have been close to me to send this. I tried to play it off like I didn't hear it and kept running for a few seconds. I then stopped to change the music. In reality, I was pulling out my phone to look at the notification. I clicked on it, and my heart sank. It was a Snapchat picture of me mid-run with the caption, "Come back."
Okay.
Clearly, it was taken just seconds ago. I was wearing the same clothes in the picture and everything. From where the picture was taken, it looked like the person was hiding in the bushes. I put my phone back and started running as fast as I could. I was forced to take the long way out of the forest back to my neighborhood. As I was running, I started hearing rustling and footsteps behind me, but I didn't turn back knowing it would slow me down. When I finally reached the edge of the forest, I began running through backyards to lose whoever was chasing me. It worked, with the last thing I could hear being metal hitting metal, suggesting he or she had some sort of weapon. I still don't know who it was, as like I said, I never looked behind me. I don't even have the slightest clue what they looked like. I don't know what they wanted from me. I never ran in that forest again, and have since turned off my phone's airdrop completely.
I don't understand why people be wanting to run out in the middle of the forest anyway. I would never be that type of person to want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I like going on my strolls, you know what I'm saying? It's very peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Being able to get out the house and just take in fresh air, fresh natural air, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing like a peaceful walk, you know what I'm saying? Or run to get out to get some clear mind space, you know? Mm-hmm. But I'd never, go through the woods with it, though. Because you never know what you might encounter. Hey, it's freaky people out here in this world, bro. Hey, it's some weirdos out here that you have to encounter. A lot of them like to live off in the woods.
True.
So I'm good.
True.
You think that's real?
Probably.
It could be, though. It 100% could be. But the only thing that makes you be like, ugh, is the airdrop. But I have a Samsung, so I don't do the airdrops.
That's definitely.
But I'm saying that could have been the only thing that's like, because I'm like, how far range do you have to be? Because I've never airdropped anybody.
Most of the time when I do airdrop somebody, I'm like
right there beside,
like they airdropping me a picture or something.
Yeah.
But they was in close proximity, like, so.
And it's crazy. I would never buy an iPhone, but I got everything else Apple.
Oh yeah.
I got a iMac computer, MacBook Pro laptop. Finna probably get another MacBook Pro laptop. But I would not get a.
Which you love your Samsung.
I love my Samsung phone, man. Let's go.
My brother-in-law and I were on a road trip across the country. We were driving on a remote highway in New Mexico. I'm talking one rest stop or gas station about every 100 miles, every one of them being solitary with no other buildings in sight. By this point, it was already dark. We would take turns driving 4-hour shifts until about 1 or 2 a.m. Then we would stop at a rest stop to sleep. It was a bit past midnight, and with rest stops being as rare as they were, we both agreed to stop for the night at the next one we saw. Another hour passed when we finally saw one. We took the exit, and sure enough, there was your typical middle-of-nowhere rest stop. There was one other car parked in front of the doors off to the side. We got out to go to the bathroom and walked up to the double doors, each of us grabbing a door handle. The doors were locked. I turned and looked around to see if there was a sign explaining why. I mean, the lights were on inside. It didn't look closed. I cupped my hands to the door and further surveyed the inside. That's when I saw it. There was a splash of bright red on what I assume was a closet door near the back. I suddenly realized that I was looking at a huge streak of blood. From the color alone, I could tell.
Why you didn't go to the women's? What did it went to the women's side? Shit, no lock. Going to the women's. Anybody in here? Okay, coming in. Cavity check.
You going to the women's after you see the
I wouldn't even
red?
have checked that. I wouldn't even have checked that.
And
I would
that's
pull
what
on the door. I was like, all right, can't go in. I'm going to the women's side. I'm not. And I'm a man. I'm going to just go piss outside, bro. Ain't nobody out here.
Maybe they have to do something else. You never know.
Hell, it wasn't dry. I froze up. My brother-in-law began banging on the door trying to get someone's attention. I stopped him and pointed out the blood on the wall. I could see the color disappear from his face as he noticed it. We both turned to leave. As we were getting back inside our car, I took a better look at the other car in the parking lot. It had no plates, it had multiple dents, and there was an empty gun rack in the back window of it. We pulled out, and as we were driving off, I saw the door to the rest stop start opening. I didn't really see anyone though. We pulled away before anyone actually came out. We weren't able to call the police for at least a couple hours. We had no service. When we finally did, they assured us they'd inspect the place. Days later, I called the sheriff's department in the county where we stopped that night, asking about what happened or what they found. They told me they'd search their records and call me back with what came up. As far as I know, I never received a call back.
Yeah, they weren't going to call you back in the first place. They just did this to get you off the phone.
Probably didn't even go check.
Probably didn't go check either. That is true. Or they did probably send somebody. Yeah, just they never called. They're not going to call you back, though.
I was home alone with my dog. It was around midnight, and I decided to let him outside one last time before going to bed. I opened the front door, and he went off running out into the night. I then closed and locked it while I went to go get ready for bed. This was pretty routine. After using the bathroom, he usually liked to walk around for a few minutes before coming back inside. As I was walking back downstairs, I could hear scratching on the door. This was how my dog would let me know he was ready to be let back inside.
I don't even like that. Why you... I'm going to stay... No. Cause my mom did that, and then next thing you know, where's the dog? Never even found out what happened to the dog to this day. Fuck you going to... Well, I let the dog out. Then I went... No, keep an eye on your dog.
Yeah.
I don't care how often or common. Keep your eye on your dog. If you gotta go to the bathroom, go ahead. Go to the bathroom, pee, then come...
How did y'all... Like, she let him out back or front?
Out front.
Well, that's why. Well, I guess, like, if you let him out back or something, you got a fence and stuff like that, then I guess that's why...
I'm going to still keep an eye
No, most definitely. Most definitely I am. But I'm saying, I guess it's why, because if it's fenced in and it's, like, routine and something you do, nothing, like, people going to keep doing that. But most definitely not out front where it's, like, open and they can roam off or somebody can come and get them.
I think somebody came and snatched the dog, though. The dog's older.
Yeah.
Like, way older. Like,
Poor baby.
honestly, she probably be deceased now anyways.
Yeah.
Because
she was old then, and it was.
How old was the dog? That dog had to be about. They hit the dog about what? At the time, about 7 or 8 years. So just imagine, it's 7 or 8 years already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And we got her from somebody. I think she was already 1 when we got her. So she.
So now, yeah.
So I headed over to open the door. I don't know why, but ever since I was young, I've always had the habit of looking through the door's peephole before opening it. Like, it doesn't matter the situation. I can't open the door without knowing 100% who it is. I do this, and instead of seeing my dog, I see a man with his head down, staring very intently at the door handle.
I know you lied.
I froze with my eyes still glued to the peephole. I then heard the scratching again, louder this time. It was the man. I could see his hands moving up and down against the door. He was pretending to be my dog to get me to open the door. I was worried for my dog's safety. I wanted to call the police, but I didn't think they would take me seriously. I tried taking a picture of the man with my phone, knowing I could at least make a report. But my camera couldn't take pictures through the peephole. It was too small. You couldn't make out anything behind the glass. All of a sudden, the man lifts up his shirt and pulls out a knife. He begins trying to pick the door's lock. This went on for maybe a minute, when my dog finally noticed him and started barking. Now, my dog isn't that big. He's actually pretty small, but he has a deep-sounding bark. That, mixed with the fact that it was dark, and the man likely couldn't see my dog, was enough to...
I'm not laughing at the video. I'm laughing because that's how our dog is.
His bark not deep, though.
He tries. He will try.
He think he'll be dog.
He tries to intimidate.
That, mixed with the fact that it was dark, and the man likely couldn't see my dog, was enough to startle him into running off. My dog retook his place at the front door, to which I quickly opened it and let him back in. It's been a while since this happened, and I've since moved to a new house. I did end up filing a police report, but they weren't able to come up with any suspects.
Nah. Not unless they had, fingerprints.
I'm currently living in my car after being put in a poor financial situation because of some circumstances that I won't mention. I'd just gotten off of a long shift at work and was extremely exhausted. I parked in some random Walmart parking lot and got into the back of my car. I reached over and put the keys in the ignition so that I could keep the heat on. I laid down and fell asleep right away, unfortunately forgetting to lock my doors. Now, I've always been a heavy sleeper. It takes a lot to get me up. I remember opening my eyes, my other senses slowly coming to me. It was still dark outside, and there was this slight humming sound. I instinctively looked out one of the windows. I could see trees quickly passing by. Someone was in the driver's seat and the car was moving. They were wearing a hood, so I couldn't see their face. I slowly reached over to the passenger side back door compartment.
What you doing, C? What you doing in this situation?
I'm probably
somebody driving. Somebody stole your car.
I'm probably gonna pass out a couple times before I even realize.
Somebody. What if somebody wasn't trying to necessarily kidnap him, but steal the car, but then
thinking
and not notice that he was in there.
in the bag.
Yeah, but you're supposed to scope the vehicle before you take it, though.
You see me back here. How big is the car?
It's probably. You got in a financial situation. It ain't that big.
No, you see me back here.
Unless he little, unless the individual small. You know what I mean? Man, what, see?
I don't know. Like that.
What, see? You ain't giving us nothing.
I don't know what I'll do. I hope I ain't never in no situation like that.
True.
I don't want to have to find out.
Well, you don't want to come around and find out.
Like, what do you do?
Apartment where I kept a knife. I grabbed it and abruptly pointed it at the guy as I screamed at him. He must have seen the knife through the rearview mirror, as he didn't even look back at me before slamming on the brakes, opening the door and getting out. He ran in a straight line directly into the forest that was covering the road on both sides. I sat there trying to catch my breath. I had no idea where I was. The best description I can give is some sketchy road in a tightly compacted forest. I locked all the doors. I checked my phone.
Pulled off.
It was 3 a.m. I had no phone service, so I turned around and started driving back until I got some. I was 2 hours away from the parking lot I had fallen asleep in. I don't know who that guy was. I never saw his face. A part of me thinks he was simply trying to steal the car, not realizing I was sleeping in the back. But how could he not have seen me? I worry it was an attempted abduction.
Could it really have been an attempted abduction? I would have tried to make sure. You a heavy sleeper, bruh. For 2 hours?
That's my mama.
Somebody come pull.
Baby,
pick
that's
up
my mama, y'all. My mama.
I can't. I'm not that heavy of a sleeper though.
Child.
I think you sleep heavier than me though.
Probably. I'm a pretty heavy sleeper too.
I'm not.
Like when I'm pretty heavy. Unless if it's about time, like morning time.
I'm not a heavy sleeper.
I start kind of getting
Only time I'm a heavy sleeper if I'm taking a nap. If I'm taking a nap, I'm a heavy sleeper. Sleeping throughout the night, I'm not. I'm a light sleeper. Right. Yes.
In my early 20s, I was using Tinder a lot. Sometimes I would go out with a girl and we wouldn't connect, or I'd just get stood up. I eventually matched with this one girl who was really close to me. It was like a couple miles or something. I knew this Meta profile must have been new, because I'd already been on the app for a while now, and it was getting to the point where it was starting to suggest people that were really far away. We talked for about a day, and decided to go out for dinner that evening. The plan was I would pick her up and we would go from there. I got in my car and set my GPS to the address she gave me. It was an apartment complex. When I got there, I texted her asking which apartment door was hers. I drove around the open complex searching for the right numbers, until I finally got to her building. I texted her that I was parked right outside. Immediately, I got a text back insisting I come meet her at the door. I found this kind of annoying because there was nowhere close to park. I had to go a bit further away to find a spot. As I was walking towards her building, I pulled up her profile one last time to remind myself again exactly what she looked like. I scrolled through her pictures and noticed they were inconsistent. Each picture was a similar looking but still different girl. I had no idea how I didn't notice this before. I gave her the benefit of the doubt and just assumed it was some of her friends or something. I walked to the door and was surprised to find it was unlocked and even slightly cracked open.
Hell no, it's a setup, fool.
Sorry, baby.
Setup, they finna rob you. They finna rob. It's some dudes.
First of all,
There's some dudes that's about to rob you.
So you tell me to come up.
Honestly,
I'm pulling off.
On some real shit though. Honestly, for one, she should have came out, or should have been on the phone with you the whole time, actually verbally talking.
I have something else, yeah.
But two, honestly, we gotta meet in a public place.
I was about to say, if this is my first time meeting you, I'm not, because he said dinner, right? So dinner, evening time, going over, it's probably getting a little dark maybe. First of all, I'm not even meeting you at nighttime. We gonna have to go somewhere during the day, early, noon, okay? In public.
I done did some foolish stuff though around that age time where I done met people.
I have too.
And pulled up, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
we done all
been
it was when I was in college, and I'm also meeting people, you know.
But you learn from it. And I'm really big on trusting my gut. The moment I feel a little tingle of no.
But you know what's so crazy though
with
me? A lot of people be intimidated by me in person though. You know that's true though.
I mean, yeah, other people.
The fuck that means?
I'm just saying, yeah, other people. But
no, just explain that shit.
I'm saying me. I mean, yeah, but other people.
Yeah.
Cause we in person. I ain't intimidated by you.
I ain't talking about like that, but I'm saying on the average,
other people that don't know you.
Yeah, I'm talking about just out randomly, folks be looking like.
Cause you be looking like a. But no. This right here. This is a no. So you tell me to come. No, you better come outside and come on. No, I'm not doing that.
I reached out my hand to knock, but before I did, I heard a voice from behind the door whisper, "Be quiet, he's coming up to the door."
Oh, no.
It was a male voice. I got a gut reaction to leave or something was going to happen to me. I turned around and ran out of the complex back to my car. When I got home, I checked my phone and saw that I had 2 new notifications, both from the Tinder account. One said something like, "I saw you, where'd you go?" And the other said, "Come back." I ignored these messages, but before I went to bed, I got another text from the account. This one simply said, "We got your license plate number." I deleted the app right then and there.
And they ran you off the app. Also, I'll say this. I used to have to do this a lot in college because of DJing. A lot of times I would get booked for parties. I really don't know. And then because a lot of people used to get my number from other people.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, honestly, I don't be knowing who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And they just send me the location. I pull up. I pull up and they be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I just know a party going on and all this stuff. But sometimes I used to be like, how you get my number? And then they tell me who they gave me. I'm like, all right, I kind of trust this person, but I still don't be knowing them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I done met people, just random people, but I don't know why. I was never afraid of folks though. I don't know. I guess it's just, you know what I'm saying, hard body.
No,
but not playing, but just playing.
Well, I don't know. I just think sometimes when you like super young, you don't really think about.
I wasn't super young. I was in my 20s though.
When you in your 20s, you don't really think about like all that other stuff, like, or things that could possibly happen, or like what you don't think. People don't really think about that. Like when you like young, you're still young. 20s is young.
But the thing is, like when I would approach, I'll approach some apartments. I'm knocking. I'm like, all right, ain't nobody coming to the door. I'd had that happen before, and I'm outside just waiting, nothing. And I'm just like, all right, time to dip and go find something else to do. I done showed up. I'm like, I done pulled up and I'm like, this little sketch, you know what I'm saying? I pulled up.
Went on.
Yeah, I pulled up and it's a legit party. I'm like, all right, where you need me to sit up? The folks be cool. I'm like legit, like,
yeah, I feel
people used to fuck with the DJ, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I work a night security job. It was 4 a.m. I'd just gotten off of a 10-hour shift and was exhausted. I was also pretty hungry, so I decided to order some food on my phone. I placed my order and put on a movie as I waited. Eventually, I hear the doorbell ring. I'd set the option to contactless delivery, so I waited to get the photo sent to the delivery app before I got up. A couple more minutes pass, and I see the photo of my food on the doorstep. I was about to get up and go get it, when I heard aggressive banging on the door, followed by a man's voice yelling out that my food was here. I was a bit annoyed that the driver was still here, because again, I had the option set to contactless delivery. I pulled up the app and texted him this, saying it's okay for him to leave. The banging continued. I was waiting for him to finally see the text and leave, but that never happened. I finally decided to just open my door and tell him in person. I walked up to the door and opened it. Immediately, a grimy-looking man lunged at me, but what he didn't realize is that I'd yet to unlock the screen door as well. Seeing all this, I slammed the main door and relocked it. I called the police and reported the man. When they arrived, he was gone. We opened the delivery app to try and find out who he was. When we did, I noticed I had a text back from the driver. It was a confused message explaining how he had left the moment he took the picture of the food, and how he was never banging on my door. He had no idea what I was talking about. I ended up filing a report with the police, and that was it. I don't know who that guy was then. I don't know what he was planning that would make him go so far as to fake being my delivery driver just to get me to unlock the door. I still think about how he lunged at me, and how if I had left the screen door unlocked, he easily could have gone inside.
You know what, though? Hold on, I'll let it finish out. Oh, that's finished. Honestly, it still could have been set up with the delivery driver. Because the delivery driver never responded back to the messages and stuff until after the police and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. It still could have been a setup, you know, like you just gotta be. I don't know. I used to get irritated like that too, especially during the vid and the shutdown. Yeah. And we used to say contactless delivery.
Yeah.
And they literally would still come to the door and knock on the door and want you to come to the door. I'm like, what? Are you looking for a tip or something? Like, it's a tip I already left. Like, yeah. And we had some out there like, hey, just leave it right there. And they still literally will come to the.
I'm like, do you not see? Like, if that's what you're looking for, do you not see we already left that, for you? I don't know what it be. Or they just like.
Don't give a.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just didn't care or whatever the case. I don't know, but.
That's one thing that used to irritate me for real, though. Was that for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comment section down below, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts. You got anything?
No. Just trust your gut.
Always, man.
Trust your gut.
Always, man. But I say this: don't live in fear either, though.
I don't think it's living in fear. I think it's just being aware.
No, so I'm saying some people will live in fear.
Oh well, yeah, definitely don't live in fear, but also trust your gut and be aware of your surroundings and
true that.
And all of that good stuff.
True that, man. But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Y'all let us know your thoughts and opinions about it for us in the comment section. But until next time, y'all know how I go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar.